So I've been making these a very long time, and I'm going to show you how I do it. Soft flour tortillas. We're going to go to my cookbook. Yes, I self-published a cookbook years ago. Dust that off. I still use it. Yeah. Soft flour tortillas, or soft flour tortillas for those of you that cringe when I say tortillas. Anyways, I'm probably saying it all wrong. So here's the recipe, or here's the ingredient list. 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a 1/3 cup of lard, shortening, or butter, and 8 fluid ounces of hot water. If you choose to, if you want to use cooking oil in place of the lard, shortening, or butter, I would say a 1/4 cup of cooking oil. Yay! And for those of you that want to show some love and support to my cookbook, you can do a search, Simply Mama Cooks, Food Cooked with a Mama's Love, and find it in several places. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, 3 cups of all-purpose flour, teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I'm going to give that a quick mix. This is shortening. You could use lard. I didn't have any lard, so I'm going with shortening. Actually, my grandmother would use shortening. And just work that into the flour mix. Okay, a cup of hot water. As hot as your hands can take it. Okay, so if you did the ratios right, you get a tender, soft, slightly tacky. It's not really sticking to my hands, but it is kind of tacky. This is how you want the dough to be. If it is not, you need to add hot water a tablespoon at a time until it comes together and it's like this. If you are working with stiff, dry dough, that is going to be a key factor into what your finished product is going to be. Just keep kneading. So after about 5 minutes, your dough looks like this. It's not completely smooth, but it'll work. So now I'm going to divide the dough into small dough balls, and I just like to do the tuck and turn until you get a smooth top. A lot of people grew up doing this method, or you can just divide it and just roll it into a dough ball, just like this. It all works. And just repeat the process until you get about 14 to 16 dough balls. And I want to mention, this isn't the only way to make these. Everyone's got a good recipe and everyone's got a good story. This is mine. Just a reminder, the dough should be doing this while you're rolling the dough balls. If it's too stiff, then you need to add more water. So again, make sure the dough is pliable. I'm going to place it back into the bowl, and you'll want to place a damp cloth, tea cloth, or paper towel over it. This will ensure that the dough does not dry out, and you want it to rest for minimum 15 minutes. That is key to the rolling out process. So after about 15-20 minutes, I'm going to start rolling these dough balls out. And it should easily roll out without shrinking back. That's a good indication that it's well rested. So I'm going to lightly flour my work surface and just start to roll out the dough. And if it shrinks or snaps back, that means the dough needs to rest longer. But this is working out nicely, so just continue the process and rolling out your dough balls. And for my novices and beginners, practice makes perfect. Who cares if it's misshapen, as long as it tastes good? Am I right? Okay, so I like to rest the rolled out dough on the side of the bowl. Like I said, resting is key. And now on a very hot griddle, I have this up to 500 degrees. That's as high as this goes. You want gentle wisps of smoke off the surface of the griddle. That's a good indication. And as soon as the dough hits the griddle, it should start to react. If it doesn't react, that means you need to crank up the heat a bit. Now you don't want billowing smoke off your griddle, because then it'll burn before it cooks. But you see how these little air pockets start to form? This is a good indication that the dough is well rested and that your griddle is hot enough. I also want to mention that not every rolled out dough that you go to cook is going to just dramatically billow and puff up with that huge air pocket, but when it does create air pockets and billows and puffs up, that is a great indication that your dough is cooking through and you won't end up with something raw. So I'm going to give this a flip, and I'm just going to keep cooking these. And eventually, as they cook through and they're done, you want to place them in a tortilla warmer or something that'll just keep them warm and tender. And this one is definitely going to be a dramatic air pocket, and I love it. Okay, so I placed all of mine in this pie basket that my mom gave me a long time ago, but you know, use what you got. and these are done, and they are perfectly soft and delicious. So I hope this video helps the people that commented in one of my other videos for a more detailed recipe video for these. And look at this, soft and pliable, just the way I like them, and with a little bit of butter. And because I'm fancy, I'm going to add some flaky sea salt. And you know what, if this video goes viral, I'm probably going to be kind of annoyed that I didn't fix my hair and put makeup on, but that's okay. Anywho, this is delicious, and I suggest you make some. They're so good.